name's Z Hypnotist with CNCNZ.com, and this is a special announcement. There's a new Command & Conquer game coming out sometime soon. Not the alpha. No, you've already heard about not the car either. I've been known around the community for creating Command & Conquer Legos, formerly known as Tiberium Legos, and attending a couple summits and things like that. But I am actually personally creating a new RPG-based Command & Conquer game using RPG Maker VX Ace and some other software and art programs and all that. I am actually creating an entirely new game pretty much by myself with some assistance from some forum members like Nementh and Plakide Wolf. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced either of your names. But anyway, I'm going to stop jabbering on right now, and how about we just go take a look at the game? The story is basically about a kid named Sean who is pretty much growing up in a typical farm town. Sometime we're kind of estimating to be about the 1600s. And he has just a basic farm life. He helps his friend raise cows, chickens, things like that. And he has a brother in town, and he pretty much knows everyone in his immediate environment. But then suddenly, a meteor hits, and it turns out that, bam, Tiberium has been sent to his world. It's completely unprepared for this. I mean, in the current Command & Conquer series, people were barely prepared for the Tiberium in the future. And so, in this case, it's just basically a kind of what would happen if type of game if Tiberium was sent 300 to 400 years in the past. So basically, Sean's life is turned upside down, and as you play, you're basically given the opportunity to either fight for the Brotherhood, which is a former basically organization that is essentially Nod, because Kane will make an appearance in this game, or you can choose to fight for the Royal Defense Initiative. Instead of the GDI, it's basically the RDI, because back then royalty, kings, and that kind of stuff. And in the 1600s, the world wasn't exactly connected as a global organization. I mean, technologically speaking, it just wasn't set for that. Now, like I said before, most of the game is designed single-handedly by myself. Aside from some of the characters and small art pieces that I find online that I'm adding into the game, I'm doing all of the level editing, as you can see here. I'm doing a lot of the music editing, and you can see the piano to your right over here. But other than that, I mean, a lot of the characters, I've found some freeware characters online that you can use for any kind of work, and I've modified them. A lot of the storyline I'm creating on my own. Aside from the help that I get occasionally from Nementh and Plakide Wolf, whenever they make their suggestions, and thankfully they've been helpful in some tests, pretty much all the bulk of the work is done here right in my living room whenever I can find the free time for it. Sometimes my wife will also contribute art, but it's basically all done right here at this desk, which is pretty cool. The game will hopefully, when it's complete, feature its own music, which will be kind of nice. I mean, I'm planning on composing as much of the music as I can. Some of it will be interesting and unique. Some of it will actually be based on Frank Klepacki's songs in the original Command & Conquers to kind of give that Command & Conquer feel to it. But essentially, aside from the inspiration, all of the music will be entirely unique and created solely for this game. & Conquer game will bring you many features that you see in Command & Conquer, such as armies fighting each other, and Tiberium. Everything of that sort, except it's basically just going to be an RPG game instead of an RTS game. It's going to be really fun. And the best part is, it's going to be free to play. I should really avoid that phrase. It's going to be a game you don't have to pay for, because it's a fan-made game. So there you have it. You got your Tiberium, you got your soldiers, you got your storyline scripting, you've got me telling you about all this stuff. Honestly, I think it's going to be a really great game. And while I'm still a little ways away from completing it, I've made tons of progress because I've been working on it on and off for a couple years. And now I'm pushing my efforts to get it done with. So I'm expecting a release sometime next year, which, in terms of the modding community, is actually pretty good. Hey, are you still here? Good. Okay, just so you know, if you're really interested in seeing more information before the game comes out, check out the website, CNCNZ.com. I will also include a link down there in the description, basically linking you to the creation forums. It's the forums that we've thrown together, basically detailing the progress that the game is making so far. You can check out the progress, you can make suggestions. If you have any way you think you could help with the game, then feel free to post as well. There's also a couple wallpapers that you can download if you really want to. They represent the Royal Defense Initiative and the Brotherhood of Nod. That's not really different.